Welcome to Araz News English. South Azerbaijani Turkish people expressed their national demands during the football match of tractor team. Last Friday, January 5th, at Tabriz Sahan Stadium, a match between the tractor and Istiklal football teams took place. In this match, Turks who exceeded 50,000 people expressed their national wishes. Tractor supporters shouted, "I am Turkic," education in Turkic language for all Turks. Baku, Tabriz, Ankara, where we are and where are Persians. These slogans showed that South Azerbaijani Turkish society emphasized its national rights. In addition, the Turks of South Azerbaijan who came to the stadium in their slogans referred to Arabian Gulf instead of Persian Gulf as an expression of solidarity with the Ahwazi Arab nation. It must be emphasized that some groups organized by the government and centralists tried to misinterpret wishes expressed in the tractor game in the direction of their own interest, but people of South Azerbaijan did not pay any attention. Moreover, the people of South Azerbaijan stressed that South Azerbaijan will act only in the direction of its own interest because Turkish society has no trust in centralists and Persian nationalists. The salty storm which came from dried Lake Urmia destroyed the ground in South Azerbaijan. The winds are blowing from the west to the east through the dry regions of the Urmia salt lake. They are carrying huge amounts of salt to the surrounding regions of Tabriz, which affects and kills fertile soil of the region. Experts have given the severe wind the name of soil destroyer. Mohammed Sadek Pourmehdi, an official responsible of the issue, stated that despite the fact that only 10% of water of the lake supplied from East Azerbaijan province, 90% of destroying results of dried lake will affect East Azerbaijan and Tabriz. According to the information given by Farhat Sarhosh, director of Revitalization Center of Urmia Lake, the lake is 3 times smaller than it was 15 years ago. And during the last 20 years, its volume has been decreasing from 30 billion cubic meters to 5 billion cubic meters of water. It should be reminded that the Urmia Lake have become a big environmental problem in the region because of the unfair and wrong politics of the Iranian regime, building a road across the lake by filling the lake with stones and soil and making so many dams caused the closure of many water springs and rivers pouring into the Lake Urmia. Unfortunately, very soon, the ecological problem will force the South Azerbaijani people living in the region to abandon the homeland. Those who would not leave their homes will be left alone with the diseases like cancer and respiratory illnesses. Emin Zindadel, a right activist of South Azerbaijan, was arrested by Iranian Revolutionary Guards. A South Azerbaijani activist named Emin Zindadel, who participated in the protest against the Iranian regime in Urmia, was arrested by Revolutionary Guard and brought to an unknown location. Emin Zindadel's relatives claim to be in custody in prison of Urmia city, but these estimates are uncertain. It has to be stressed that in recent days, in connection with these events, about 10 people of South Azerbaijani national activists and students have been arrested and taken to uncharted location by the Iranian regime. Abbas Kocheri, a calligraphic artist, was arrested in Koy city of South Azerbaijan. Abbas Kocheri, one of the well-known calligraphers of South Azerbaijan, was arrested by Revolutionary Guards in his own house and brought to an unknown place in January without being guilty. It is worth emphasizing that Abbas Kocheri lives in the city of Hoy, South Azerbaijan, and is considered one of the leading artists in calligraphy. Having a high rank in a section called Nostalgic script, this artist succeeded in publishing 2 different books called Words of My People in Azerbaijani Turkish and Sign of Shamsi Tabrizi in Farsi, and opened dozens of exhibitions in Tabriz, Urmia, Tehran and Hoy. Translator of War and Peace book Shehriyar Gulvani, arrested by Revolutionary Guards. Shehriyar Gulvani, a prominent figure in South Azerbaijan culture and literature, was arrested by Revolutionary Guard of the Iranian regime on the 4th of January. South Azerbaijani critic, writer and translator Shehriyar Gulvani is a cultural activist. He is the first who translated Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace to Azerbaijani Turkic language. For years, he cooperated with magazines and websites such as Universe, Enlightened Journey and Descartes Center. It is necessary to emphasize that the family of Shehriyar Gulvani was repeatedly gone to the prison of the Hoy city to inquire about the situation. They questioned where Gulvani is, but every time they received negative response and faced with the irresponsibility of the government. Detained in prison, Hussein Shagari Azer's condition got worse. On 31st of December 2017, South Azerbaijani activist Hussein Shagari Azer went on a hunger strike against the Iranian court and unfair government. As his condition got worse, he was taken to an emergency room of the prison hospital. The head of Tabriz prison demanded that Shagari Azer end the hunger strike. Shagari Azer dismissed the hunger strike for the time being, with the condition that the court must reconsider his case within 15 days. Recently, there have been many protests in different cities of Iran. These protests emerged in the country due to economic bankruptcy, high unemployment rate, extreme inflation, and inability to pay salaries. Although the protesters gathered for economic reasons, they quickly turned rebellious against the insurgents. In more than 100 cities of Iran, people openly shouted out "Death to Khamenei" and demanded that the religious dictatorship must end. Unfortunately, in the thick of things, these protesters started using Persian nationalism slogans. The non-Persian nations in Iran, such as Turks, Arabs, and Kurds, have been subjected to economic, political, and cultural pressures from Persian official ideology for more than 100 years. Despite that the protest continued for 10 days, the political opponents of the Tehran regime did not offer any programs or discourses for the non-Persian nations, therefore caused the non-Persian nations to have very limited support for this protest. Although Turks, Arabs, and Kurds, who did not trust Persian nationalists and centralized political organizations, supported the protesting part, they quickly withdrew their support and decided not to participate. Persians, who understand that there can never be radical changes in Iran without the Turks, have tried to persuade the South Azerbaijan and Turkish population to join the protest and made numerous calls. But Turkic political organization and Turkic youth responded negatively to this call due to distrust towards the callers. South Azerbaijani Turkic political organization have reportedly stated that they will not give any support without guarantee that their rights are abided. As a matter of fact, except for some minor events, South Azerbaijan and its capital Tabriz did not protest. Also, during and after the last match of South Azerbaijani tractor football team, 60,000 South Azerbaijani Turks clearly stated that South Azerbaijani people pursuing their rights and that they will not support any political movement without definite guarantees. South Azerbaijani Turks use slogans such as "Azerbaijan should be united and the capital should be Tabriz." "South Azerbaijan does not accept humiliation." "We want schools in Turkic language." "Gulf is Arabian." "Damn the fascism." These slogans were a clear message stating that Turkic population pursues their rights and do not trust Persian nationalists. It was all news for today. See you next week on the Araz News English.